All right, hello everyone. How are you? This is Kay. So this is January 7th on Sunday. So first of all, Happy New Year to everyone. This is the first live stream in the year of 2024, and I will be doing the Sunday's weekly forecast. But I hope you had a nice New Year and holidays, and also charge up yourself and then get ready to trade in the year of 2024. So for me also, I have enjoyed the holidays. I was in Dubai, staying in Dubai, and then basically doing some things and plan for the year of 2024 and so on. So, and seeing fireworks in Burj Khalifa and enjoying some holidays. So to me, I will be back on track next week. So today is the first day for live stream, and next week onwards, I will start to share videos and also do live streams. So I continue to share some of more knowledges from Ichimoku and also my own strategies, and also I have some other projects going on. So please look forward to some more updates. Okay, so I see lots of comments also. Thank you very much for joining everyone as usual. Good to see you. And very much happy to see you again. Thank you very much. Orania Costa and Y, Oli, and James, Chuck Davis, okay, Gabrielle and Sofiane, Sean and Roll, John and Photo. Thank you very much everyone for joining today. Great to see you again. Okay, so since I have lots of topics to cover today, let me just move on to TradingView, share screen on TradingView, and let me cover the Forex pairs first. Okay, so as usual, I cover from Forex pairs from Euro USD all the way down to Swiss franc JPY on the weekly time frame first. Okay, so let's see. Oh, since this is New Year, let me also cover monthly and weekly time frames together. So let me split the window into two. On the left, I put the weekly time frame. On the right, I put the monthly time frame. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so now I see that, hold on, let me just put this on monthly. Well, let me see. On the left, I put the monthly. On the right, I put the weekly chart. Usually, when I do multiple time frame analysis, I prefer to have the lower time frames to the right side. So yeah, I put the weekly on the right and monthly on the left side. Okay, I see more people coming in. Thank you very much for joining, and Happy New Year. Thank you very much. Good to see you again. All right, Yuri and Navanis, Tengo, Ko, thank you very much for joining. Good to see you. Okay, so first, Euro USD. Monthly and weekly both range. So looks like we have no trends. Euro USD may be difficult to trade this week, is my impression. So I think we better focus on other trending or other better situation markets. Whenever I see these markets, its range, Kumo Kijun-sen flat. Well, Kumo is flat on the monthly chart. Kijun-sen is down, but there was a Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen gold cross already below Kumo. So this is the range market on the monthly chart. And then also on the weekly chart, it's also range, Kumo flat, Chikou span touching, and Kumo's too tiny, thin. So this is the very spiky, volatile market to me. So Euro USD may not be the best pair to trade this week or even this month. But we will see. All right. Hello, Didier and Nguyen, Marbozu, and Shiza and Kevin and everyone. Good to see you. Okay, so next, let me move on to Euro JPY. Okay, Euro JPY monthly has been trending up, still above the Tenkan-sen, and this month so far, it has been supported by the Tenkan-sen and moving up. So to me, it's bullish. And weekly is now range. So weekly range because the Kumo is flat. Kijun-sen is also flat. Tenkan-sen flat. Chikou span is touching. So this is now range in terms of the weekly. But since monthly is bullish, I think weekly time frame will be bullish too in the month of January. So Euro JPY to me is bullish. But now it's not a good time to trade because it's range in the short term. So next one is Euro CAD. Euro CAD is flat on both monthly and the weekly, so this is very difficult to trade. First of all, the monthly chart, the Kumo is completely flat right now, and Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen both flat, and Chikou span touching. The market, the candlesticks has been ups and downs, and the weekly chart also has been flat. Kumo is completely flat, Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen both flat, and Chikou span touching. So no trend, no trace. We never know whether this week candlestick will be bullish or bearish or doji. So far it's range. Okay, next is the Euro AUD. Euro AUD is also completely range. Monthly is between Kumo Kijun-sen, Kumo flat, Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen both flat, and Chikou span is close. And weekly chart also Kumo flat, Tenkan, Kijun-sen crossing but it's flat, then Chikou span touching. So Euro AUD looks like it's not also a good market to trade this week. And next is Euro Pound. Euro Pound is also flat. Again, Kumo flat, Kijun-sen flat, Chikou span touching on the monthly, and weekly chart also the same situation. So the only possible trade scenario for Euro Pound is when it breaks the support level of 0.8504 bearish. Then we may see some nice downtrend. Otherwise, this continues range. There's no trend. Okay, next is the Euro Swiss franc. Euro Swiss franc has been bearish, so I mark purple on this one. First of all, the monthly chart, in terms of the angle of the Kumo, is bearish. Senko span A is down. And Kijun-sen is now flat, but the price has been below the Tenkan-sen, Chikou span below the candles, so it's bearish. And in the month of December, it broke the support level of 0.9406. So this market has been bearish. And weekly chart also is bearish, since Kumo is down, Kijun-sen down, Tenkan-sen below Kijun-sen, and the Chikou span below the candles. So Euro Swiss franc may end with the bearish bar this week. So I think it's good pair to continue to look for the selling opportunities. In this case, we never buy because this is downtrend. So you have to follow the major direction. That's actually my trade strategy as a trend follower. So for me, it's bearish. Okay, now moving on to pound pairs. So pound USD, right now it's range. Both weekly, monthly flat, so no trend, no trace. Chikou span also touching on the weekly, so we cannot really tell which way it's going so far. And pound JPY is has been bullish on the monthly, but weekly is now range. So since weekly is range, I don't think the market goes bullish again anytime soon. I think this week at least will be range, and even in the month of January could be range too. We may not really see any big trends on pound JPY in the month of January. But overall it's bullish, so in February, March, this market may take off bullish again. So again, in the long term it's bullish, but in the short term as an intraday or the weekly trend analysis, it's flat to me, it's range. Okay, next is the pound CAD. Pound CAD is also range. Candlesticks are flat between Kumo Kijun-sen, Chikou span touching monthly. Weekly chart is also flat too. So there's no trend, no trace. And next, pound AUD. Pound AUD is also the similar situation. The monthly has been up and down. And also weekly chart is also up and down too. So not much trending markets going on. This is where people tend to lose more than wins. So it's better not to do anything than trading and losing in this kind of case. But let me continue to look for some other trending markets and opportunities. Next is pound Swiss franc. Okay, pound Swiss franc is now bearish. It broke the previous support level in the month of December, and so far in the month of January has been bullish. It's a bit retracing now. So in the long term, it's bearish. Because the price is below Tenkan-sen, Chikou span below candles on the monthly chart, and weekly is also bearish. Kumo is down, Kijun-sen is pointing down. Kijun-sen is within the Kumo, so this downtrend may not be trustable, but Chikou span below the candles. So I think the market goes bearish in the week of the 7th and also in the month of January too. So pound Swiss franc to me is bearish still. So let me mark purple on this one too. And next is USD-JPY. USD-JPY has been bullish, and then in the months of November, December, it retraced. And then now it's kind of fluctuating now. It's kind of like a range. So to me, this is a bit difficult to trade. I mean, there may be some opportunities, but I think overall it's this week has been bullish. But overall, I think the market's retracing because now I see that the monthly Kijun-sen is flat, and JPY is getting stronger now over USD in terms of currency strength. So I think to me it's bearish in the long term. So in the month of January, maybe bullish, but February, March, or this year, I think overall this pair is bearish. Okay, but again, so far this week has been bullish, so I don't think the market goes down anytime soon. It may range, and then sometime towards the end of January, the market may start to go bearish. So next is USD-CAD. This pair is also completely ranging. There's no trend. Monthly shows its range. The price is within the Kumo or slightly above the Senko span B, but overall very choppy market. And weekly chart also is very choppy. And USD-Swiss franc has been bearish. So monthly chart is below Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen, and Kumo is now bearish Kumo. Chikou span below candles. And just like other Swiss franc pairs, this USD-Swiss franc also broke the previous support level of 0.8555 in December. So now it's retracing, but overall it's downtrend. And the weekly chart seems to be also downtrending too. There was a Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen dead cross below Kumo. So this means that this market is now continuously bearish. So USD-Swiss franc, I will mark purple also, because it may continue bearish. If I see downtrend confirmations, then I take entries on USD-Swiss franc this week too. And next is AUD base pairs. So AUD-USD, this pair has been range, no trend, no trace. Whenever I see these market situations at a glance, I completely stay away. I never push myself to trade whenever there is no trend. And I think this is a typical situation that there is no trend in the market. And AUD-JPY also is range, but in terms of monthly it's bullish because the price is above the Tenkan-sen. And Senko span A is also bullish as Tenkan-sen is bullish also. Kijun-sen flat and Chikou span above candles, so it may break the resistance level of 98.62. Weekly is also flat right now, but there is a potential breakout sometime. It may happen this week or in the month of January, and then the market may take off bullish continuously. So it's either we wait for the breakout of 98.62, so you can set the alert above, slightly above that level, and once the alert triggers, you can actually capture some nice trends. So that's AUDJPY. And AUDCAD has been also range. There's no trend, no trace. I think I will do these analysis, ranging market analysis next week. Yeah, because today I just wanted to cover monthly and the weekly time frames, and looks like there's no trends on these time frames. So next is AUD Swiss franc. This market is now it's heading towards the support level of 0.5608, and it's about to break the support. So this week or in the month of January, I think the market breaks support and goes bearish. So I will put arrow down below the support level, and then if the market breaks that level, the target is going to be on the tip of the wick from the month of March 2020. So that is going to be a target, which is around 0.5337. And we can expect the pips of, let's see, about 260 pips or so to capture trends. So, right, AUD Swiss franc is also bearish, so I mark purple too. Looks like all the Swiss franc pairs are now bearish. So I think that's good to keep in mind. Never buy the Swiss franc pairs. Okay, next is CADJPY. This pair is now range. I can see that the price is above the Tenkan Sen and Chikou span above candles, but weekly is range, so I do not really see any buyers following to break that resistance level. So most likely this week it continued range, so let's come back next week also on this pair. And next is the CAD Swiss franc. This market is also bearish. Just like other Swiss franc pairs, the last December or in November, it broke the support and continued bearish. And the price is below Tenkan Kijun Sen, Chikou span below the candles on both time frames. So to me, it's bearish. I mark purple on CAD Swiss franc as well. And finally, Swiss franc JPY. This market has been bullish both on the monthly and the weekly, so most likely it closes above the resistance this week. When it breaks that resistance level, since this is all-time high now, this is a swing high or all-time high, the target is going to be the next run numbers. So now the price is at 170, which is one of the run numbers. So the next potential target is 171, or even 172 can be the target too. And then if it breaks 172, then 173, 174, and so on and on. So Swiss franc JPY seems to be the best market to trade this week, or even in the month of January. So let's closely focus on this pair as well. So that was my overall analysis on Forex pairs. So now let me move on to gold, XAUUSD. So I have been looking for some opportunities to trade on gold, but since the market is too choppy, I don't really have any opportunities to buy based on Ichimoku and also with my strategy. However, the price is still above the Tenkan Sen on the monthly, Chikou span above candles also, and in terms of the weekly, the price is still above the Tenkan Sen, Chikou span above candles, so to me it's bullish. Yeah, I continue to look for buying opportunities on gold in the month of January. And next is WTI, crude oil. So this market is now flat. Yeah, monthly is completely flat and weekly as well. Both Chikou span touching. In my color setting, Chikou span is yellow line. So both monthly and weekly Chikou span are touching. So this is the range market condition. So there's no trend and no trace. So now let me move on indices. index starting from Nikkei 225. So here's the monthly, and it's about to break the resistance level of 33,814. And if you also look at the weekly time frame, it's about to break the resistance too, because I can see that the Kumo is getting thicker and bigger bullish. That's one of the confirmations. And Tenkan-sen is now up. Kijun-sen flat, but Tenkan-sen is up. And this is significant that the market may break the resistance level. So with these two reasons, Kumo and Tenkan-sen angle, to me it's bullish. So let's see if he breaks the resistance level or not. Okay, next is Dow Jones. So I think lots of people here are curious about US indices. So let me just do it one by one, starting from Dow Jones. This market is now, buyers are following on the weekly than the monthly chart. Because I can see that in terms of the weekly chart, the Kumo itself is up, Senko span A is up, and both Kijun-sen and Tenkan-sen are up, and Chikou span above candles. So, so it's bullish first of all, but the only thing that this is not really good to buy is that the market is near the next round number, which is 38,000. This is one of the round numbers, exact numbers. So if the market reaches 38,000, which is really close, then I think the market retraces. Even if it doesn't really touch there, sometimes, before it touches, it retraces and goes back. And why I say this is because of the shape of the Kumo on the weekly chart. The weekly Kumo is really thin like this, and this is overbought condition. So when it's overbought, then I don't think the market goes up continuously, but instead the market has to consolidate and build up more buyers positions, and sellers, stop losses being above the resistance, and then buyers coming here to take out or take the stop loss order of sellers, and then that's the logic of the breakout. But that will be happening even when Kumo thin, but when Kumo thicker like this, then I think that's more likely to happen. So I think Dow Jones may consolidate in the month of January, and sometime in February it continues bullish is my projection. But let's see how it plays out. And also Nasdaq is very similar to Dow Jones. Nasdaq was also resisted by the previous resistance level, which is 16,780. But I would say that Nasdaq is stronger than Dow Jones because of the Kumo shape on the weekly chart. If you remember this Kumo shape on the weekly chart, it looks like this. The whole Kumo is moving up and bullish, right? But then if you look at the Dow Jones Kumo, it's more thinner. This part is more thinner on the weekly time frame. So Dow Jones is rather overbought, but Nasdaq is not overbought yet. So last week, towards the end of, last week, the market was bearish. So then it may continue retrace to Tenkan-sen or the previous resistance level, which is 15950. It may bounce by one of these levels and then goes bullish again. But in the long term, it's bullish because of the Kumo thickness. So I think Nasdaq is one of the good markets, good indices to continue focus, to look for buying opportunities. Okay, next one is S&P 500. This one is also bullish, and just like Nasdaq, the market is near the resistance level, 4,800. and then it was resisted, just like expected. So now Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat on the monthly chart, Chikou span touching. Weekly is now bullish. But this is, I think, all about the Kumo shape if I compare these three markets, three US indices. So the most overbought market which has potential retracement is Dow Jones, because the Kumo has been really thin on this one. And then the second a higher chance that the market retraces potentially is S&P 500, because the Kumo is again a bit thinner than Nasdaq. Nasdaq Kumo is the thickest among these three US indices based on the weekly time frame. So I think Nasdaq is more likely to be bullish than Dow Jones or S&P 500. That's my view on this Ichimoku analysis. Okay, so next is Euro stocks. Right, Euro stocks is also near the resistance. Kumo is now flat, Kijun Sen flat, but the price above the Tenkan Sen, and weekly chart also has been bullish too. But Kumo is really thin, so that means this was overbought. And last week it continues bearish, so it may touch Tenkan Sen, Kijun Sen, and then bounce and goes up is my view. So that's Euro stocks. Okay, next is UK 100, FTSE 100. This market has been continuously very choppy without any trend directions. Monthly has been range, and if you also look at the weekly time frame, I was projecting that the market has been resisted by this descending trend line. So I was thinking that the market will be resisted and goes bearish. But it didn't happen. Actually, the market went bullish now. So now this is range on the weekly chart, and there is no way to trade in a range market like this. Okay, so next one is CAC France, CAC 40. This market is still bullish, I would say, but overbought based on the weekly Kumo too. So yeah, it looks like lots of overbought signals on weekly time frame as per Ichimoku Kumo. And when Chikou span touching 2, this retracement is really heavy, strongly bearish. So I think it will take time for this market to go bullish again. At least the weekly Kumo needs to be thicker and bigger so that it breaks potentially the resistance level again. So to do that, to see the Kumo thickness, we have to wait for the market to consolidate. Consolidate without breaking support resistances, just consolidate in this range, and then it will make the Kumo thicker, bigger, and then eventually I think the market takes off bullish this way. So let's see how it plays out on CAC France as well. Okay, next is German 40. Germany 40 is also bullish to me, but just like CAC France, the weekly Kumo is really thin, so it's overbought. The market may retrace to the previous resistance or Tenkan Sen and bounce and then goes bullish eventually. So overall, I mean, to me it's bullish in the long term on this German 40, but in the short term it's retracing. Okay, so next is Nifty chart. Nifty has been bullish without any questions. Like the monthly broke the major resistance level in the month of December, which was 20,229. It broke and now it's bullish. It's heading towards 22,000, which is really all-time high. So, and when you see this situation, you may think it's overbought, but actually it's not in terms of Ichimoku, because the Kumo has been still thick and big. Because of this consolidation, the market can jump again, like this way. So the next target is 22,000. If it breaks, then the next target is going to be 23,000 and on and on. So Nifty 50 is now in a bullish trend for sure. Okay, next is AU200. This market is very choppy. First, monthly has been too choppy, Chikou span touching, so no trend. And then also AU200 weekly is also range. It broke the resistance, but then last week was bearish. So let's see from here if the market goes bullish or not. Okay, and finally Hansen Index. Hansen Index has been bearish on the monthly chart because the Kumo Senko span A down, Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen both bearish, and Chikou span below candles. So overall, it's bearish. In terms of the midterm on the weekly chart, it's also bearish. The price is below the Tenkan Sen, and Kijun Sen flat, Kumo flat, Chikou span below candles. So I think Hansen is continuously being bearish. Okay, so that covered the whole indices. And so now let me cover Bitcoin, BTC USD, because I know some of you trade cryptos. I never trade cryptos, but this is for your reference. So it's always good to check higher time frame first. So Bitcoin USD, a monthly chart broke the Kumo. Right? It broke the Kumo, but the Chikou span has to break too. Has to break the candles. So that means this Kumo breakout can be fake. The Kumo breakout, which happened last week, can be fake. It may be trace. So then in this case, I don't really risk too much. If you want to buy, then risk lower and take entries because the price can be bearish anytime soon. In terms of the weekly chart, it's bullish too, and this one is not overbought because there's a thickness of the Kumo, which is a good sign. So it's still bullish continuously, I think. And the market reached to, I think this was the resistance level of 45,300. So let's see if it breaks that level or not. Okay, so that's BTC USD. And that covered the whole market analysis. So now let me check news website. Okay, so this is New Year in the year of 2024. So let's see. I'm sure you're now excited, refreshed to look for a view charts, I think. Okay, so now let me change the date. So here's a news website. Let me change the date to this week. Okay, this week from 7th to the 13th. Click apply. And let's see, we have multiple big news. From Monday the 8th, we have consumer price index in Switzerland, and then also retail sales in Euro too. And then technically Tuesday, when Asian session opens, there will be CPI report ex-food energy in Japan and retail sales in Australia too. And Wednesday the 10th, we have monthly CPI in Australia, but usually this one really doesn't affect the market. So I would say Wednesday, it's almost like no news, no big news. And Thursday 11th, we have trade balance in Australia and also CPI in the US. This one is going to be one of the biggest news. CPI, consumer price index in the US. And next one, Friday, the January 12th, we have less big news. I think we have only one or two. Yeah, two news in the US, and that's it. So this week, the most impacting news is on Thursday 11th on CPI in the US. But the rest seems to be a bit minor or smaller news, or so the impact may not really be high on these ones. But we better keep them in mind, because all of a sudden one of these big news can really move the market big without knowing. So it's always good to stay away at least 1 hour before the news, because we cannot really, predict what's going to happen after the news. So it's better always to stay away from the news. If you don't have any positions, then come back after the big news. So that's the news website, and that covered the news also today. So yeah, looks like the markets are still ranging. I was monitoring the chart like every day last week, but I couldn't really find any opportunities. So let's see. Usually the first part in January, the markets are usually quiet on the first week and second week. And from the third week onwards, the market start to capture this speed, and we may see more opportunities. So we will see what's gonna happen and taking place. So that was an overall analysis based on KTS on my watch list. So now let me check some comments. Okay, so again, Happy New Year to everyone, to you. This is my first live stream in the year of 2024 because I have been taking holiday for a week. So next week I will slowly back in track. And I have lots of ideas in mind what to share and what to focus in the year of 2024. And I think I will talk about the ideas in separate video so that you have the idea of what's going to happen in this YouTube and also in my communities. But it's going to be very exciting. I'm sure it's going to be very exciting news and exciting announcement, I think. Okay, so let's see. All right, let me pick some comments here. Thank you very much for joining. Good to see you again. Yes, yeah, I see a couple of comments about my monthly performance. And yes, I will be covering my monthly performance in November, December. Yes, I will be creating a video and share that with you. Okay, but my trade towards the end of the year 2023 has been very slow. And this year also, so far, I haven't taken any trades in the month of January because all were ranging. So yeah, it has been pretty slow so that I have more time to focus on my project or on my goals in the year of 2024 and so on, which is also important. Take time and think about these things. If the market's trending everywhere, then I may be too busy in trading and I may not have time to sit down and think about these plans. Okay, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everyone. Thank you very much for joining. Good to see you again. Yeah, let's see. Happy New Year. Thank you very much. Yes, I have covered gold, WTI, and some other markets. So if you have missed one of these, please check the archive. So I have been covering almost all the markets on my watch list. Okay. Yeah, let's see. How far down will you not take confirmations on 5, 15-minute time frames? Well, it depends on how far is valid on these entry confirmations. It doesn't really matter how long. It could be 30 minutes, 1 hour, whether I take the confirmations or not. Okay, let's see. In terms of leverage, I don't use high leverage. I only use leverage up to 20 or 25 is my max leverage I can take. But I don't always take 25 max leverage. Okay. Do you have a time stop if EOD is approaching and the confirmation has not been negated? Do you take the trade to next day or close the trade? Right, I will close the trade and take some profit and come back next day. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks very much for joining. This is live stream, so it's very nice to be back on the live, back on track. Okay. Do you trade on basis of daily or 4-hour, when monthly and weekly ranging? Yes, I do take entries, or I do follow the trend based on the daily or 4-hour time frames on my on the market on my watch list, because the markets on my watch list are major and minor pairs, so they tend not to trend longer than other, for example, exotic pairs or stocks or indices. These markets, except for Swiss franc pairs sometimes trends very long time, but the other pairs are not so much. And that's why I take daily or 4-hour to follow. But if the trend continues and if I start to see bigger trends, then I do follow weekly time frame too on the Forex market on my watch list. Yeah, I think this is really interesting market. We have been having range market for a while. I mean, if some of the pairs even ranging for like half a year or 1 year. So when we have big range market, long-term range market, then there will be big trends after this. That's for sure. So I can see that the markets are about to explode towards the new trend direction. So that's a time when I look for, the biggest opportunities and biggest profits. Until it happens, or even before it happens, I keep planting the seeds because we never know which one sprouts. It may be fake breakout, it may be fake signals, fake trends, but then I keep planting my seeds until 1 or 2 sprouts. Then it gives me fruits, much more fruits and seeds that I have been planted already. Okay. Yeah, so I think the markets are overall range. So this requires patience not to trade in these kind of situations. So before I start winning the trades, I thought more is more, and I thought the more I take trades, the more I make profits. But it's actually not true. Actually, the markets are range, so whenever you take trades in a ranging market, first of all, the market may not go towards their direction and you may not be able to make profits when it's range. It may be slightly bullish, slightly bearish, and you may have some losses and wins, but not so much. You cannot really expect bigger profits in the range market. And also, in terms of time efficiency, it may take longer to make profits when it's range because there is no volatility in the range market. So because of these 2 reasons, I don't trade in the range market. But rather, I prefer to invest my time on backtesting, reading the books, or do some other activities to share videos in the communities and so on. So yeah, so that's my view, and that's why I have been very taking few trades recently. Okay, yeah. So I think that's basically it for today. I do see more comments, but unfortunately I have to go. So I couldn't cover all the comments, but I wish you have a great year of 2024. And I keep sharing more knowledges, more information. And yeah, I will be creating separate video about what I will be doing in year of 2024 on YouTube and also my communities. So please look forward to the announcements. I have some, new and nice ideas what I will be doing this year. So yeah, let's see how 2024 goes. But we should take some nice profit, nice pips, and become a non-losing trader in 2024. So again, thank you very much for joining everyone today. So next week I will be slowly back on track. So I hope to see you again soon on the video or the live stream. So until I see you next time, please stay healthy, stay safe, and stay gold. Okay, thank you very much everyone. またね. Thank you.